Last week, we started the first game of How Crazy Is Florida, the game where I present the contestants with two crazy news headlines from the FloridaMan subreddit, one being a true story and the other being fake. The contestants must reason with themselves on how crazy Florida actually is to figure out the true headline and earn a point. After 5 questions, whoever has the most points will win the game and secure their seat in my banner. Now, as we pick back up, we're about to find out the answer to the third question. The 2-story headlines read, after Florida man shines laser pointer at police helicopter, pilot lands in a parking lot and arrests him. And Florida woman caught feeding hamsters whipped cream at local pet store over the course of 2 months, killing 18 hamsters. The score is Kurt 1, John 0, and they have both put their money on the first headline. Here we go! Okay, so you guys think that a Florida man shined a laser pointer at a police helicopter and the pilot landed in a parking lot and arrested him. Well, you guys, again, are both right, actually.
Oh,
that is completely true.
I'm finally right. Heck yeah.
John, you got a point. Kurt, you got a point.
Man.
It is 2-1.
Kurt has
That actually happened.
How?
He was out on patrol. They were monitoring somebody. They were watching someone from the air, and they saw a laser pointer blind them in the eye. A few more times it flashed, and then they figure out where it was shining from. They found a parking lot like a quarter mile away to safely land, and the pilot got out and walked to the guy's house and knocked on the door. He came out, put him in cuffs. And the guy was so confused, he had no idea. But he went to jail over shining a laser pointer at this helicopter, and the pilot arrested him.
The moral of this video that you're making is going to be have no sympathy for Florida.
How crazy Florida is.
Sorry, Mike. I have no sympathy. What are you doing?
I'm not living there anymore.
Why?
Get me out.
Florida people need
At least
to
the
get
woman
their stuff
didn't
together.
kill 18 hamsters feeding them whipped cream.
That's true.
Yeah,
The
that
hamsters
would have
are
been
safe. 18
treacherous.
hamsters didn't die. It was in fact
it's
a lie.
Honestly, wouldn't be hard to believe. I could believe
All of them
it.
sound
That's true.
perfectly plausible now. I've become a Florida believer.
No,
And that's
don't
not
believe
a good
it. I went
thing.
out so bad.
Again, this is a cry for help.
This whole video is just like secretly like hashtag get Michael J out of Florida.
Hashtag say Michael J. Let's
Say
get it
Michael
trending.
J. Yes, okay. So the points are Kurt 2, John 1. We are moving on to the fourth story.
Let's go, baby.
The fourth headline is Florida man mistakenly hijacks company forklift after being fired and setting boss's trash can on fire.
So he hijacks a forklift.
Mistakenly
being
is in
fired
quotation
for-
marks.
After being fired for setting his boss's trash can on fire.
It just says he was fired and set boss's trash can on fire.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so convoluted.
know.
Why this whole
Okay.
thing is a plot? It is a whole plot to a story with like an exposition and a climax and a
It's like,
resolution.
why
in it.
trash can? That's so weird. That makes no sense.
The second headline is Florida woman loses license to teach after repeatedly pulling chairs out from under third graders.
That's a terrible teacher.
What?
Which do you think could be
Actually,
true?
Like, what type of like? Was you sure she wasn't a student? Is that like a form of punishment for the kids?
Wait, so she got
if you pull little Timmy's chair out.
She got
That'd be really
No,
mean.
if
That'd be
you-
really
she
mean.
got fired
If you
or
call
she was
little
put in
Timmy
jail.
a mean name, you will know the floor.
That would stink.
Is that like a teaching style?
I don't know. I did go to school here. I should know.
So, Mike, did you get your chairs pulled out from under you?
I don't remember.
From your
I must have
teacher?
been hit on the head or dropped on the floor.
Yeah, man. When you hit the floor, your head like hit back.
Just hit
and you
back
forgot.
on the, yeah. Once I hit the floor.
Yeah. Oh man.
Okay, so
Golly.
John, which one do you think is true?
Okay. How long had she? Do you know how she's been pulling chairs under? Or was it
It
just
says repeatedly.
Why do you need this
It
background
says repeatedly.
information?
repeatedly?
All I can read you is the headline.
Well, it's because like if you pull out the chairs from children, it's like they would probably tell their parents, right? So it's just like
That's
how
probably,
long has
but that's how she got in trouble. Like it's a headline, you know.
Yeah, but it says repeatedly, so it's either she did that like all throughout the day and then she got in trouble, or she's been doing it for a while, like over.
John,
a
this is
period.
Florida.
This is
man.
Florida.
Like, of
Keep your
course.
mind open.
This is Florida, man.
Because I've
Like,
heard similar stories of teachers getting in trouble for doing like crazy things. So, and we haven't done a topic around a girl, so I feel like it's that one. So I'm probably just gonna go with that one.
Okay, so you think that a teacher
wanna-
continuously pulled chairs out from under their third graders?
Yes.
All right, Kurt, what's your thoughts on this one?
All right. The second one's way too plain for Florida. So I'm gonna have to go with the whole story you told, which was number one with the with the exposition and the plot and the climax. So I mean that's just
Why do
my
I feel
logic
like
for
I'm
this
gonna
game
regret
right
my
now.
decision?
You think
I feel like I'm gonna
that
regret mine.
a Florida man mistakenly hijacked the company forklift after being fired and setting his boss's trash on fire?
I'm gonna go with that one, man.
Okay.
I don't like it. Just sounds so insane, but based off the past ones, they've been crazy. So I gotta
All
go
right.
with that one.
Final answers. So, John,
Oh boy,
I'm sorry to say that a Florida woman
you got it right.
actually did lose her license to teach after she repeatedly pulled a
See,
chair
yeah.
out.
Heck yeah!
Florida, you betrayed me.
some
I
credit.
thought you were insane, and then you got regular.
No, this teacher
Yes.
repeatedly would pull her students. She would tip them over, and a teacher saw it and asked, like, "Hey, did that student fall over?" And the teacher replied, "Yeah, with a little bit of help." Like, yeah, I did that. And she continued doing it throughout the day.
Shoot.
How did she get employed?
I have no idea.
Like,
Can you imagine that? Just
That's
like getting in
crazy.
trouble in class, and she just kind of like tips you backwards and like, nah, you get to stay on the floor. Just tips your friends backwards. You just got a whole gang of friends just hanging on the floor now.
you get to stay on the floor.
Florida's crazy. Anything can happen in Florida. I'm telling you.
Clearly.
I
Yeah.
believe it.
Which brings us to a tie. Kurt, you have 2 points. John, you have
talk
2
about
points.
suspense.
Yes. Haha, we're on
You
even
are
ground.
on even ground.
Oh,
there is
man.
no high ground.
I got
here.
too cocky.
Yeah, no
I
one
got
has a
too
high ground
cocky.
on me.
The
Don't
fifth
talk,
and
man.
final story headline is Florida woman arrested after multiple attempts of running her neighbor over because of dog leaving feces in her yard.
What?
Or old Florida man unplugs the bounce house at a children's birthday party, causing several injuries.
Unplug the bounce house?
This is hard. Old man. I feel like they would do kind of stupid stuff like that.
I feel like trying to run your neighbor over sounds like something. Well, I mean, they're both insane.
I don't know about the bounce house one though. That one, I don't know. That sounds like it doesn't sound that crazy.
I think, well, like the bounce house one though. You said, wait, deflated it, or it's just so crazy. It's not maintaining in my head. Well, say the second one more time.
I feel like he could just do it on accident, and just like, oh, what is this cord for? And then just like,
yeah, and then it comes out. You said,
but I can
say
imagine
the
like
second
some
one
crazy
more time,
woman like getting
say the
mad
second one
over
one more time.
dogs like pooing on the front lawn and then trying to run over his neighbor. Like I hate my neighbors, so
Yeah, but-
not
Florida's
that I would
crazy.
run them over, but
Oh no, but you're regular, John. You're a regular human. You gotta keep
Yeah,
that in
you
mind.
gotta
We're not
remember
dealing
you
with
think like a
regular
normal
humans.
person. You have to
show.
think like a Florida person.
I'm leaning towards the
I
bounce
don't know how
house
to
one.
think like a Florida person because that is such a plane that I could never get
yeah,
to.
born and raised here, and I'm still not there. Thank God. I need to get out of here.
Anyways, Mike would get all these correct off the get go. Like if it was us playing against him, it's like in a second, like boom.
I just switch one day. I become like true Floridian. Just
True Florida.
crazy.
He's like, I don't want to leave
like,
anymore.
it's kinda
As he
growing
runs
on
down
me.
the street with a katana.
I'm down the street chopping down my neighbor's mailbox with an axe. This will make a great Christmas tree.
I live here.
I want this mailbox.
Can you say the second one more time? That was the
Old
second
Florida man unplugs the bounce house at a children's birthday party, causing several injuries.
I think old men are he's just like this crotchety old man who's just got tired of these kids.
Okay, so you think that an old Florida man unplugged a bouncy house at a children's birthday party.
Yes. I hope not, but I think that's my choice.
John, what's your thoughts?
I feel like the first one makes sense. Like why a crazy woman
It
would
makes
do that.
sense.
It makes
Please tell me
all
how
right.
it
It
makes
doesn't
sense.
necessarily make
Not
sense.
too much in
but,
Florida
not
makes
like,
sense,
on
to be fair.
in the yeah, exactly. For example, Florida doesn't make sense, so you might as well just go with something that matches that standard. So I'm gonna go with that one.
All right.
It can only be one winner today.
Only one
Only
winner.
one
Oh man,
winner.
this is
Goodness
it's too tight.
gracious.
It's too tight. Oh man, talk about suspense. I'm actually nervous. I want that banner.
I'm
yo.
curious. Right.
Okay, so the answer to the final question, the final round of the first game of How Crazy is Florida?
My heart is actually nervous.
Ah, shoot.
I'm actually nervous. I'm super competitive. I'm actually nervous. And I swear, Mike, wait before you say it. If you pull that backwards, it's not you. I'm gonna gonna be livid.
Well,
be straight with
please
us.
don't do
That's
that.
okay, because Kurt, you thought
I'm wrong. It's over. You don't even have to
old
finish.
man unplugged a children's bouncy house
wrong.
party. And you're right.
Oh,
There was an old man who actually just walked
Florida
over and
logic,
straight
baby.
up unplugged that thing and just deflated with 10 kids inside, trapping them in the Florida heat.
Wow.
That was a real
Did it
story.
say why he did it?
So it says he was an old grumpy Florida man, which probably didn't know that it was the bounce house. He probably thought it was the DJ booth. Like you were saying, he didn't know what it was for. I think John might have mentioned that. Can we get a
man.
playback? See who said that?
I feel like he could just do it on accident, just like, oh, what is this chord for? And then just like,
John,
shoot, that
man.
doesn't make it. That doesn't.
But he unplugged it and the bouncy house just deflated with all these kids in it. In the 85-degree heat. The parents are running around trying to figure out what's going on. Ambulances were called. It was a mess. But congrats,
That's
Kurt.
incredible.
You won by 1 point. This scared the hair on your chinny
I
chin
hate your
chin.
guts.
You won the first game of How
Yes,
Crazy Is
sir.
Florida. It was a
I
good game,
won
to
it
be
from the
fair.
beginning.
You guys both got points
fun
I just
to
want to
on
thank
some,
my mom
and you both didn't
and
get
everyone
points
who
on
believed
some.
in me. We both missed one.
That was a really good game.
We both missed one, right? Yeah, that was
Okay,
dope.
well, I guess, Kurt, you're going to be in my
I missed
banner when this video goes up, so be
Hey.
sure to go check that out and then tweet me what you think of it. See if you can find him. Take a picture,
Yeah.
screenshot, and then tweet me at Michael J YouTube. Please check out my friends, Kurt Ritchie and Young Tales. They both have amazing YouTube channels, which you should definitely go check out. I want to say thank you guys for joining me. I hope you guys enjoyed it. What did you guys think of the game so far?
Dude, it was
It was
dope. I had a
fun,
really
but
good
I
time.
lost,
It was a super
so-
great idea.
You
You
know,
guys killed it. You guys were the best two hosts. Maybe we'll do it, in a future video. We'll play again
Oh, yeah,
with some
man.
more people that you guys might know from the community. But I appreciate you guys watching. Don't forget to check my friends out. Thank you so much for making it this far. And I will see you in the next video. Peace. Yo, that's a wrap.
Yeah, that was
That's
dope.
a wrap,
Hey, there we
dude.
go.
That was fun.